What we love football for is its unpredictability, because sometimes a football player can make such an unusual decision that viewers will grab their heads and admire the genius of the player. And in this video, our Footkick production team has prepared specially for you a selection of the highest IQ in football. And before we start, I want to ask you to subscribe to the channel and write any comment, because only so you can help the channel in its development. Now sit back, because we begin. And we're starting with the freshest episode, which happened in a recent game between Manchester City and Burnley. In the 22nd minute of the game, the hosts got the right to a free kick from 27 meters from the goal. It is senseless to shoot in such a situation. Therefore, Kevin De Bruyne, as it seemed to many, would simply deliver a cross into the penalty area, as the Belgian raised his hands up, suggesting a set play into the opponent's penalty area. Then suddenly, for all the Burnley players, he sent a perfect low pass to Julian Alvarez, who effortlessly put the ball into the goal. Well, the Argentine scored a brace in that game on his birthday. Moving on to Neymar, who amazed viewers in April 2021. On that day, Bayern and PSG clashed in the quarter-finals of the Champions League, and firstly, in the 3rd minute of the game, the Brazilian delivered an excellent assist to Mbappé. The Bayern players thought Neymar would shoot, but unexpectedly he rolled the ball to Kylian and the Frenchman finished the attack with a goal. But what interests us is the episode that happened in the 28th minute of the game. The corner kick and further clearance by a defender led to the conclusion that the PSG attack was over, as the home team players thought. However, suddenly Neymar pulled off some sort of cosmic pass with his non-dominant left foot towards Marquinhos. Catching the Munich defense off guard, Neymar's compatriot didn't hesitate and eventually outplayed Neuer to double PSG's lead. Everyone was sure there was an offside, but on the replay it was clear that Marquinhos was in the right position. Perhaps this is one of Neymar's most brilliant assists in his career, but also one of the best. Lionel Messi is one of the smartest players, and in the game against Apoel in the Champions League, the Argentinian demonstrated brilliant decisions. In the 87th minute of the match, Xavi passed to Mascherano. Then the defender redirected the ball to Messi with a single touch, who was clearly in an offside position. Lionel instantly realized and let the ball pass, after which Pedro quickly approached and again rolled the ball to Messi. But this time the Argentinian was in the right position, calmly sending the ball into the empty goal. It is worth noting that in that match, Messi completed a hat-trick and helped his team to defeat the opponent with a score of 4-0. In March 2008, Manchester United hosted Aston Villa at their home field. And in this game, young Cristiano Ronaldo did something unimaginable. In that match, the Portuguese scored a goal and provided 3 assists, thus participating in all of his team's goals. But one of Ronaldo's assists is even difficult to describe in words. Receiving a pass from Giggs, Cristiano somehow managed to back-heel the ball directly to Wayne Rooney in an incredible manner. And everything worked out perfectly for Ronaldo as the ball ended up at Rooney's feet, and the Englishman calmly outplayed the goalkeeper and rolled the ball into the open goal. What's even more surprising is that Patrice Evra was running alongside Cristiano just a few meters away, but Ronaldo somehow preferred to deliver the most technically difficult goal assist in his career. Maybe he was lucky or maybe not. Nevertheless, it looked absolutely brilliant. A Real Madrid player found himself one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and in such a situation, the most obvious choice would have been to shoot at the goal. However, instead of that, the Spaniard delicately back-heeled the ball to Karim Benzema, and then the French forward effortlessly sent the ball straight into the open goal with a single touch. The brilliance of Guti's pass wasn't just that it was a back-heel pass, but that it was an illogical move, the most unexpected choice, which was exceptionally risky. But in his career, the Spaniard has displayed such actions on the field multiple times. In one match, Guti again delivered an unexpected back-heel pass, showcasing an extraordinary level of skill. The pass was made from several meters away with his back to the goal, suggesting that only Guti could execute such passes. Later, in his autobiography, the player wrote the following: "People always remember the back-heel pass to Karim in the match against Deportivo, but my favorite moment was another back-heel pass that I gave to Zidane in the game against Sevilla." David Luiz has always been known for his skillful free kicks, but when the defender played for Chelsea, he scored one of the most brilliant free kicks of his career. In the 24th minute of the match, Chelsea earned a free kick in the game against Liverpool, and as usual, Willian was getting ready to take the shot. At this time, Liverpool's goalkeeper Simon Mignolet was giving instructions to his players, and when Mignolet moved too far away, Luiz wasted no time. sped up and, with a powerful shot, struck the goal. This goal came as a complete surprise to the goalkeeper because in the replay, it's evident that at the moment of the shot, Mignolet is spreading his arms and the match ended in a 1-1 draw. However, after the game, everyone was discussing David Luiz's free kick. In the game between Real Madrid and Sevilla, the referee awarded a free kick to the guest's goal. While the referee was inquiring about the condition of Marco Asensio, the ball unexpectedly started moving, with Nacho Fernandez taking the shot and eventually scoring into the unprotected goal. The goalkeeper didn't even attempt to react to the shot, as he thought the free kick was not taken according to the rules. Despite Sevilla players' claims, the main referee of the match counted the goal, as he understood that he hadn't given any indications for the shot upon his whistle. Therefore, the refereeing team decided it would be correct to count Nacho's goal. A similar episode occurred in the match between Liverpool and Brighton, where the host team's goalkeeper Alisson left the goal and violated the rules by playing with his hands outside the penalty area, resulting in the referee showing the Brazilian a red card. When Adrian came onto the field, he took a long time to set up the wall of players, and as soon as the referee blew the whistle, the Spanish goalkeeper was still near the goalpost. Lewis Dunk noticed this and swiftly sent the ball into the empty corner. Nevertheless, in this case, besides Dunk's skillful play, it's worth acknowledging that it was mostly Adrian's mistake. The reputation of Luis Suarez is known to many referees, but in the game against Celtic, Uruguayan managed to fool everyone there. In the 54th minute of the match, Luis received a pass from Sergi Roberto, and then, in the struggle for the ball, fell on the field. From the live broadcast, it may seem that the Celtic defender broke the rules on Suarez, but if you look at the replay, you can see that the striker himself pressed the defender's hand, from which he physically could not avoid contact with the Uruguayan. But the referee of that match immediately awarded a penalty, which without any problems realized Lionel Messi. And here is proof of why Karim Benzema can be considered a smart footballer. When the Valencia players earned a free kick, one of the players rolled the ball to his partner to perform the pass. The Frenchman noticed it, and realizing that this touch is already considered an entry into the game, instantly oriented himself and gave a pass to Isco. And while the disoriented Valencia players thought what happened, Gareth Bale was already at the opponent's goal. But unfortunately, the Welsh player held the ball too long and could not realize the moment. But Karim's intelligence that evening amazed the fans. In the match against Tottenham in the Champions League, Jordi Alba made a low pass into the penalty area. Felipe Coutinho decided not to touch the ball, and the same was done by Luis Suarez. After that, the ball ended up at Messi's feet, so the Argentine sent it into the near corner with just one touch. Hugo Lloris, who was defending in that match, was powerless in this situation because he was prepared to catch the ball in a different direction. Therefore, it was simply perfect teamwork by Barcelona players. At the end of the first half, Manchester United were awarded a corner kick. Wayne Rooney rolled the ball out of the corner area and ran away from the ball, pretending to leave it to his partner. Ryan Giggs continued to pretend that he was going to take the corner kick, but suddenly the midfielder turned and ran towards the penalty area, then accurately crossed to Cristiano, who struck the goal. Chelsea defenders were not ready for such a turn of events, but the referee cancelled the goal because, in his opinion, Rooney should have warned him of his intentions. But the idea was very interesting. 5 minutes before the end of extra time, Real Madrid missed Morata's run. It was a clean exit 1-on-1, but Valverde made the only smart decision because the midfielder knocked down the Spaniard 5 meters before the penalty area. And of course, it was a straight red card for violation of the last hope. But the free kick Atletico could not realize, so the match went to a series of penalties where the players of the Real Madrid realized all their attempts and won the Super Cup of Spain. And after the game, Atletico coach Diego Simeone said that with this action, Valverde won the trophy for his team because it was the most important game episode of the match. April 14, 2009 was one of the best matches in the history of the Champions League. In that game, Chelsea and Liverpool scored 8 goals apiece. In the 19th minute, Liverpool earned a free kick. Fabio Aurelio intended to deliver a cross into the opponent's penalty area, but upon seeing that Cech had chosen an unfavorable position, he immediately struck the ball into the near corner for himself. Even Cech didn't anticipate such a turn of events, as he had already started moving forward towards the players before Aurelio made contact with the ball. Therefore, he had no chance of saving his goal. A special decoration of the confrontation between Valencia and Real Madrid was the first goal, which, in incredible style, made Toni Kroos, the goalkeeper, and the players of Valencia took their positions before the corner kick. And as we see, the goalkeeper of Valencia went too far from his goal while giving instructions to his players. Seeing this, Tony analyzed the situation and immediately struck on goal. The ball, perfectly spinning, flew into the goal net. Everything was done. Filigree. In the game against Chile, Lionel Messi earned a free kick in his own half of the field. It would seem in such a situation you cannot think of much, but Messi did not wait until the players of the national team of Chile will come to their senses sharply. Made a pass to Sergio Aguero, who ran half the field and beat the goalkeeper, scored into an open goal. Standing in the offside, Zlatan Ibrahimovic perfectly understood that the ball cannot touch, and when Emmanuelson's sharp movement outplayed two defenders, Zlatan instantly decided to pass the ball between his legs and let his partner run further. And it worked brilliantly because the Dutchman went one-on-one with the goalkeeper and defeated him, rolled the ball into an open goal. And in this case, Manchester United players Rooney and Giggs and Patrice Evra demonstrated how to throw in touch if the opponents have blocked all possible options for passing to their partners. A brilliant decision by the Welsh and French player, isn't it? Another brilliant decision of Lionel Messi, who in 2022 did something that still defies any reasonable explanation. In the quarterfinals of the World Cup faced the Netherlands and Argentina, and already in the 35th minute of the match, the South Americans took the lead. And in many ways, it happened thanks to Messi because Lionel on the dribble broke through the center and then saw 5 opponents in front of him, and any adequate footballer would have rolled on his partner on the left. But Lionel is a real madman. The Argentine somehow inexplicably cut a pass through the entire defense of the Netherlands. Even despite the direction of the pass addressee, the ball ended up right in the legs of Nahuel Molina, and the right defender going one-on-one with the goalkeeper struck the opponent's goal. Messi's genius in this episode manifested itself in his incredible ability to see ways on the field not visible to other players.
Craftily taken by Messi. Wriggling away from Ake and fiddling through a beautiful pass. It's a wonderful Argentina goal. Molina pounced. Messi cut them in half. And the rest was simple.
Portuguese Vitina moved to PSG a couple of years ago, and now he can be called the best midfielder in the French team. First of all, he got into the symbolic collection of the best players of the last season of the Champions League, becoming the only representative of the French club, and secondly, in the March game against Montpellier, the Portuguese showed that he is endowed with a high level of football intelligence. In the first half, Vitina scored a beautiful goal, but we are interested in what happened in the second half of the game. The midfielder earned a free kick, and the referee blew the whistle. Vitina did not hurry to put the ball into play, but then instantly put the ball on the field, and gave a gorgeous pass to Kylian Mbappe, and the turtle turned on ultra speed and simply ran around the opponent. Then Kylian effectively processed the ball, and with a second touch, struck the goal against Montpellier, thereby becoming the author of a hat-trick. Here we can note both the actions of Vitina and Kylian Mbappe. Note that the Frenchman instantly realized that now it will be followed by a pass and sharply ran towards the opponent. Let's go to the match between Liverpool and Manchester City at Anfield. In the 23rd minute, John Stones put his team ahead. But if you analyze this goal, you will realize how brilliant were the actions of Manchester City players. Kevin De Bruyne raised his arm and made a rather unexpected downward pass, and then John Stones hit Liverpool's goal. From the outside, it looks like it was a huge mistake by the Liverpool players. And partly it was, but it was actually an idea by the City players. Look at Nathan Ake. He deliberately pushed out Alexis Mac Allister, who wanted to block the ball, and at that moment, Stones rushed forward, as a result of which there was an empty zone in the defense, and this was taken advantage of by the defender, who shot straight into the goal. And there is no doubt that this is a brilliant plan, because a second before the cross, Kevin De Bruyne showed a characteristic gesture with his hand that just shows that there will be pass. The Manchester City players once again demonstrated excellent cooperation and well-thought-out tactics, and every detail was planned. From De Bruyne's gesture to Nathan Ake's maneuver and Stone's run, it shows their highest level of teamwork and understanding of the game. And now we move on to the old Sergio Busquets. The supporting midfielder throughout his career was noted for his refined technique and ingenious actions, and even after leaving to earn money in America, Sergio did not cease to please fans with his clever actions on the field. In the match against Kansas City, the match referee recorded a violation of the rules, but did not show that the ball should be played on the whistle, this subtlety, and took advantage of Busquets. The Spaniard simply snatched the ball out of the hands of the opponent and then sharply launched the ball into the opponent's half of the field. the Argentine Facundo Farias picked up the ball and rushed into the counterattack, as a consequence of which came out one-on-one with the goalkeeper and ended it all with a goal kick on the opponent's goal. Busquets is a genius, and it's silly to argue with that, but his actions in this moment showed that even in a new league, he continues to demonstrate the highest level of football intelligence. It's moments like this that remind us all why Busquets is considered one of the best supporting midfielders of his generation. And completing this video are two Real Madrid players at once, Antonio Rudiger and Kepa Arrizabalaga. The return match between Real Madrid and Manchester City went to a penalty shootout, where the Royal Club beat Pep Guardiola's team. But during the penalty shootout, nobody noticed how Rudiger and Kepa Arrizabalaga helped Andriy Lunin. After all, even before the start of the penalty shootout, Arrizabalaga gave a hint to Lunin that Portuguese Bernardo Silva would kick in the center. How does the Spaniard know this? All because in 2019, Bernardo scored a penalty against Kepa Arrizabalaga, sending the ball exactly in the center. It would seem, well, kicked so once, the second time it will not happen again. But what was the surprise of all, when Bernardo really kicked in the center, performing the most terrible shot?
Bernardo Silva! Bravo, Lunin! Bravo, Andrei! Bernardo Silva!
And the most amazing thing is that Lunin did not even twitch. He initially knew that Silva will hit the center of the goal. Goalkeepers very rarely stay in the center, as often such saves happen with their feet. But Andriy deliberately stayed in the center of the goal, as he followed the instructions of Kepa Arrizabalaga, who has not once played against Bernardo in England. A good coach is a guarantee of success, but that's not all, because after the Portuguese to the ball came Mateo Kovacic, and that's where Antonio Rudiger joined in, because Antonio played with the Croatian for 4 years in Chelsea, and therefore apparently knew everything about his execution of the penalty. And Rudiger for 5 seconds showed Andriy to the left, and the German had no doubts that Mateo will kick exactly in that corner. Eventually, Kovacic sprinted and struck a shot into the left corner, and Lunin dealt with the shot. Now look at Modric. Old Luka was delighted with Antonio's tip-in. Our journey into the world of intelligence and football has come to an end. We have seen how the ability to make quick decisions, analyze the situation, and anticipate the moves of opponents can change the course of the game. Remember that in football, you need not only strength and agility, but also the ability to think strategically. Let this video will serve as an inspiration for you to develop your football IQ and succeed on the field. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. But most importantly, love football and also take care of yourself and your loved ones.
I'ma take this badge off